What's up guys, it's Taylor Acorn, and this is a track by track of my album Survival in Motion that comes out September 13th. The very first track off of my album is Survival in Motion, and I knew the day that we wrote it, I wanted it to be the very first track. It's just super dynamic and it feels very big and kind of like a nice punch to your face. I think it just really encapsulates everything that this album talks about, and so I thought it would be a perfect way to kick off the album. Track 2 is called Applause. This song is actually one of my personal favorites on the album. I didn't know it would be a personal favorite up until we got the master, and I had to put it on the album last minute. I just really love it, and I hope the girls that are feeling like they might be struggling in a relationship or a friendship right now, they resonate with it. Track 3 is Greener. Greener is my baby. Greener is my pride and joy. It just feels like a breath of fresh air to me. It feels like everything that I've been going through, the last few years of my life, finally just kind of like taking a step aside, and it feels like new life, honestly, and I just really love that song, and it's been really cool to see people resonating with it the way that they have and kind of taking my story and turning it into their own. Track 4 is People Watching. I just love this song. I love this song so much. I'm in this point in my life now where, everything just feels so great, and I just feel loved in so many areas of my life, and I just wanted to be able to share that, and I think that love is beautiful, and I think that you should be able to love who you want and love them loudly, and that's really what this song is about. Track 5 is High Horse. This song was a fun one to write for me. The last 4 years of my life have been very different. When you're online and you're a presence, you tend to have people who really, really love you, and then you tend to have people that might not love you so much. And I really just wanted to write something to kind of like stick it to the people who doubt you, stick it to the people who, call you names. I don't know, I think I really needed to write something at that time that gave me a boost of confidence, because it's really easy to let the people and the voices win, but I didn't want to let them win. And I think that High Horse really embodies that, and I hope it gives you a little bit of strength when you listen to it. Track 6 is Nervous System. It was really fun because the first week of January, I got together with Dan Swank and Emmeline White, who I wrote the entire album with, and we had, written Survival in Motion, we'd written Greener, and then on the third day we wrote Nervous System. We were just having so much fun and just messing around and being really experimental when it came to production, and it just kind of happened so naturally. I feel like you can just roll your windows down, I feel like you can just jam out, and it just feels good and it feels right. Track 7 is Final Nail. This song is really just about shedding skin. I know a lot of us probably have been in toxic relationships or friendships, and sometimes the best thing for you is letting go, and that's really what this song is about, with a little bit more of a cheeky little attitude to it. Yeah, I don't know, I really love this song, and I'm probably the most excited to play this one live. Track 8 is Be Like You, and this song tells a story of a girl who is watching TV, and back in the day, TRL for me was a big thing, and watching music videos, on Saturdays was a huge deal for me. I really loved it, and so it just kind of tells a story of this little girl watching her idols on TV and wanting to be like them, and thinking maybe if she had what they had, or she had the fans, or she had, the money, that everything would be right in the world. I am in a place where I love what I do. I'm so fortunate, but sometimes when you grow up, what they don't tell you is that you can struggle with anxiety, and you can struggle with depression, and you can go through all of these trials and tribulations and not really know how to navigate them. And I remember I was like staring at a photograph of myself when I was a kid and just being like, man, I had it so good back then. And I feel like a lot of us feel like that. And so I just thought it was really important to kind of tell that story, and perspective is everything. And sometimes, what somebody else might have is not what's best for you. Track 9 is Homebody. Fun fact about me, when I'm home and I'm not touring, I'm home. I love being home. The last few years have been about building and really focusing on my career, really focusing on my music, and I was so fortunate to meet somebody who is so supportive of my career and so supportive of me, not only as an artist, but just as a human. And I really like the idea of, I've had a home. I built this, home and built my life, and I'm finally ready now to take the step to let somebody else in. And so it's kind of that play on words, like, finally found your person who's a home. And the very last track on my album, Survival in Motion, is Birds Still Sing. Let me tell you about this song, okay? This song, the day that we wrote it, Dan had just started playing a really pretty acoustic riff, and Emma and I, we were just kind of bouncing off ideas. We didn't really know what to write, and I had this idea of flowers that grow around graves, and like how one thing can seem so horrible and sad, but at the same time have something so beautiful when I'm struggling with my anxiety, or when I'm struggling with my depression, or if something feels like it's not going right in my career, or my day isn't as good as I want it to be. Birds are still singing, and flowers are still blooming, and our moon moves in phases, and it's okay to have a bad day. I know how cliche that sounds, but it really is, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to cry and to feel those feelings. But life is so beautiful and so meaningful, and I really think that kind of is a really beautiful end cap to everything that I wanted to say in the album. I'm very proud of it, and honestly, I never thought that I would even have this opportunity to be able to make something, and I really hope you guys love it. Survival in Motion, my album, comes out September 13th.